I just applied the 3 needles in one acupuncture point. I'll show you what the technique, since it is the practical, but of course you all learn something is the different. For example, you can see, so one acupuncture point, how I activated in the different direction. I just use half-tone needle. This is my hand, okay? So now I just inserting one needle is Chung Cho. So I just inserted the needle. This is Sanjo 3. This is Sanjo 3. Then I am inserting the needle on Sanjo 3, right? So this is, in fact, is the good technique. This is, I never studied anywhere, but I realized that. But now I am using this one particular point is, for the seniors they can understand, this point is Chung So, Sanjo 3 point is the mother point. So that means mother point means is the tonification point. It is activating point for the triple warmer. I just applied towards the energy flow is the right side as well. Now I inserted is the one direction is towards the energy flow. At the same time I inserted is the perpendicular is the 90 degree as well. One needle in 2 direction. When the person is coming at the age of 70 to 80 years old person, then this works like a mother and son law direction. Creative cycle, generative cycle, I told you how the 5 elements theory is the very important. Now I am using the needle is the anti-direction of the, in the same needle I just applied in the anti-direction as well. Sedation as well. One needle is the tonification, one needle as a sedation, one needle as a perpendicular, it works as a neutral. This is my innovation, my clinical experience. I never studied anywhere, but keep studying, practicing, making the man perfect, we all know that. But of course this is one particular acupuncture point is activating in the different direction, but the anti-creative cycle, when the parent is always seeing to the son take care of the children, but children should take care at the age of when the father is around 80-90 years old, but the parent or the father cannot take the children take care, but that particular time the cycle get reverse direction, the children should take care of the parents. So I just activated the parents and child-in-law, and then the child and son, child and then parent-in-law in the opposite direction. Think something is the different. And also if I made a mistake, but I given the command to one particular point, I have applied in the perpendicular direction, be stable. Whether activation to be done, do the activation. Sedation to be done, do the sedation. Or this should be the antenna of that particular point is the perpendicular needle insertion. That is Sanjo 3 point that is taking care of whether we don't know to be tonification, we don't know about the sedation, but I just applied that to be taken care is the priceless, the neutral, because acupuncture works is the biofeedback mechanism. Do it something like this. Why I told you this is there are the several types of the needle. You understand this also one kind of the modalities. Now same needles is the different needles also you can use on the same particular point, because this is the super powerful points I can say you are using. Because when I wanted to use the select the point according to the 5 element theory, I use the single point most of the times. I use the 2 points, I use the 3 points, I use the 4 points technique. You wanted to use is a single point technique, you can learn. You wanted to use is the 2 point technique, you can use it, is the Zhang Fu theory. Based on that perspective, you wanted to use as a 3 point technique, that also you can learn. You can wanted to use as the Korean philosophy is the 4 point technique, that also you can learn. So only one particular point, then using the 3 needle for that particular region. This is in fact you can consider, and Professor Dr. Samiullah's technique also later future, we don't know. But don't say to anyone, but just I am telling you, you also can invent like that. How the Korean philosophy says is the Korean master, Professor Park Jae-woo. I am keep telling his name. I love him. I like him. I taken all the credentials of the Sujok acupuncture to the macro acupuncture. Most of the people, they don't believe it. Some people, even our professor, disagree that is the tonification sedation. But I respect to my professor, Dr. C.K. Raju, but he is the master for me. But at the same time, he also don't believe in is the tonification and sedation. But however, master is master. Here I am also student of the Professor Park Jae-woo. I respect to him. Of course, you respect to all the masters who were teaching you, taught you. But he told me the numerous concepts about the acupuncture of the Sujok system. Then I have extracted so many things that which I am telling you is the 4 point acupuncture technique. His technique I am implementing to the macro acupuncture. You learn. This is in fact is amazing. Really you love to the subject once you understand. Now we understand this called as a filiform needles or the stainless steel needles. Now I am withdrawing the needle. Just I am withdrawing the needle. One needle is withdrawn. Is the very quickly. The another needle I just very slowly withdrawn and then applied my pressure. So this is a tonification. That to be sedation, and this to be considered as just as a neutral. This also is the art. Sanjo 3 is the great point to treat for the shoulder brachial syndrome and also cervical brachial issues, since it is the Sanjo mother point, and mother point is always good and communicating to the gallbladder and then triple warmer, and therefore it is the gallbladder related headache and also the triple warmer tonification, that is uplifting the energy and then chi to the upper part of the head region. So the people who are suffering for the vertigo, giddiness, cervical pain, shoulder, brachial issues, numbness in the hand, of course this is a great point to treat for the thyroid and parathyroid issues as well.